So this is the part of meditation that I feel like is not discussed enough. I feel like when I see people talk about meditation, they talk about it much at the beginning stages of where you begin to put into practice meditation, and it has a great calming effect on your mind. And in general, you get in touch with this relationship between the thoughts, the person that's having the thoughts, and the observer of the thoughts in your mind. So that is where the discussion usually starts. But from a practical standpoint, one of the most important things about meditation is this dramatic effect that it can have on your daily life when you begin to recognize thoughts and emotions much more quickly. And that in turn is helpful in your ability to respond to those and essentially help program your own mind to be focused on the results you're looking to achieve. So let's talk about this for a second. The natural evolution of the creation of your reality is thought forming to emotion, emotion translating into reality. So what you've probably heard about is this idea that what you think about and what you feel into thinking about then becomes your reality. So essentially, we are the creator of our reality by what we focus on. Now, the practical side, again, of that is in daily life, we have all kinds of things coming at us constantly. We have this continual flow of thought in our mind. I mean, our mind is like a flowing river of thoughts, and sometimes, as we all know, it's really difficult to control that. In addition to that, we have emotions that are evolving just out of all of these situations and thoughts that occur in daily life. So this amazing strength of meditation is if you do it consistently, you go from a place where you become that observer, recognizing thoughts in the meditation process, to also bringing that into daily life. And as you're going throughout your day, whether it's personal things or whether it's your job, the observer starts to become more active. The observer starts to recognize the human self and this river of thoughts and starts to be able to separate and begin to have strategies to tame those thoughts. So the idea is, why am I thinking this negative thought? I'm going to adjust that into a positive thought. I'm going to use a larger perspective to move that thought away and focus on a positive. The other really, really important thing is when a negative thought moves into that emotional space and starts to become an emotion. So if you can essentially see the thought first and then intervene between the thought becoming an emotion, you've created an extremely powerful tool to essentially slow the creation of your reality from that emotional state that could turn out to bring you to a place that is unwanted. So you recognize this thought occurring, you intervene before the thought becomes emotion, and even when the thought does become emotion, you can look from that observer's perspective and say, hey, why am I feeling this? And start to retrace back to the thought and then strategize. Essentially, you look at that thought and emotion and you say, this is not in line with what I'm trying to achieve. This is taking me to a place that is not comfortable. Let me refocus on who I am, what I'm trying to achieve, how I'm trying to go about in a day-to-day operation in terms of how I go about things, how I communicate with people, and let me refocus to that positive side. So just summarizing all this, it's important to continue your meditation practice, continue that observer focus, and then start the calming of the mind through the meditation will start to expand itself throughout your day. And you'll be able to much more quickly recognize when just things that come up on a daily basis, again, in this river of thoughts and emotions, you'll be able to recognize them more quickly and take proactive a proactive approach from the observer standpoint to mitigate some of that. So this was one of the most impactful things for me, from taking meditation to just a daily practice and think about it in the context of just that 20 or 30 minutes I meditated, to taking it to a full day and the full effect of what meditation can do for you. The last thing I'll say is one potential trick to improve your meditation, what I call the still picture, and hopefully this just helps you as you continue in your practice. I like to take time in my meditation a couple times a week and just focus on a still picture in my mind. For me, I take the picture in my mind of a bridge that is in the area where I grew up. It's a bridge over a bay, and it's just a beautiful landscape. And I just focus on holding that picture in my mind as long as possible. And I have found that this tactic and technique, in addition to regular meditation and simply just the observing of your thoughts, I found that holding pictures in your mind is a really powerful tool to take your meditation to the next level, because essentially your observer is holding all thoughts away and holding this one picture. Now, it's difficult to do. Your mind will really want to start running in different directions and show you different things, but if you can get up to maybe 45 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes of holding one picture in your mind, you'll see how much more powerful your meditation gets and how much of an overall benefit it gives to you.